Hey everyone, welcome to Two Guys One Fantasy with your hosts Brandon Kluge and Tyler Richardson, where we give you the most mediocre fantasy football advice, along with NFL news, updates, scores, and standings.
Yo.
Oh, we're starting.
What up? It's me.
It's him. First, what?
It's him.
Does that work?
Oh, I don't know. Whatever.
It does.
We'll go with it.
First week's in the bag. Two Guys One Fantasy.
Week 1, everybody has a record. Every team
That is a true statement.
either has a win or a loss, whether it be NFL or fantasy.
Oh man, what a rough week for some people, and what a crazy good week for others.
You got that right.
I'm wearing all black in Buffalo losing last night, which we'll get to.
Black's the color for depression, right?
Depression
Yeah,
and
yeah.
In memory of.
Yeah. R.I.P.
And, yeah, I'm sure we'll get through it when we get our tidbit
You know what?
Sunday.
We're already here.
We're already here?
We're already here. Bills, Jets.
Oh shit.
Off the top of your that. Boom. Right. So here we go.
Okay.
Fun fact:
Tell me.
Aaron Rodgers,
Yes.
as a Jet,
Yeah.
is 1-0 against the Bills with 0 passing yards.
That's crazy.
Because technically he started the game.
Yeah.
He got, 3-4 snaps.
He had 4 snaps, an incompletion, and I think the other 2 were runs, or other 2 or 3 were runs. You know what? Let me just say something. First, I said first game of the season for Buffalo that this was a trap game.
I told you.
Yeah,
Don't go
you
in there
didn't
with your
tell me.
pants down.
I said it out loud
I said
too.
pants down, hand down, man
Yeah,
down.
I was afraid it was going to happen, but there is a small slice of hopefulness in there. For some reason, this could just be a normal thing. Josh Allen and the Bills don't do good against the Jets.
Josh Allen didn't do good at all.
No, he did not.
That was awful.
Yeah, but you look at a stat line past this game, last 2, 3, 4 games, it's very similar to what he did last night. So take it for what it is. I'm not in panic mode yet, but if he does play like that, another game, maybe 2 at most, I'm in panic mode, but I'm going to let this one slide. Jets defense, their D-line might be top 3 best in the league right now.
Top 3.
Yeah, they look good. But
could that be Buffalo looking bad?
it could be a mixture of both.
Yeah.
I think that the last few seasons, our O-line has struggled. But the Jets D-line, I think, is that good. So I think it's a mixture of both. I'm hoping you could tell that Josh Allen was really being restricted, whether it was him making those choices or his coaching telling him to settle down. But he was checking down a lot more often. He was forced to run because of the offensive line in a lot of situations. He just seemed not as comfortable as he usually does.
Here's what I saw.
Oh, here we go.
2 problems.
Yep.
With Josh Allen.
Okay.
He can run the ball.
Yeah.
He's a good runner.
Yeah.
I'll give it to him. Slide. Go down.
He's a little reckless.
It was 3rd and
I know what
8
you're
or
talking
9
about.
before half, and
He
this man
totally
was
jumped.
He's like, oh, I can get the first down. Dude, you're 8 yards away. Left his feet in for what?
For another yard.
Just to get a 4th down still. His decision-making yesterday was not good either.
Yeah, I don't
I think it was the second pick, that whichever one was into double coverage on the sideline.
Yeah, well, his interceptions. So if you're a Josh Allen fan or a Buffalo fan, I don't want to hear you bitching about his interceptions because he's going to throw interceptions. He is that type of quarterback. I think he's a really good quarterback, but he has the style of a gunslinger. He's a Brett Favre. He throws interceptions. It started to worry me. So, the first interception, I was like, yeah, get that one out of the way.
Right.
Second interception, I was like, he's a gunslinger. It's going to happen. Third interception, I was like, all right, dog, you need to chill the fuck out.
I don't know. That was the thing, too. if he was trying to make a play, it wasn't it wasn't the smart play.
No.
I think he could have done anything. I don't know.
I mentioned this to Laney, and I'll throw it to you. Do you think, because that first interception, two of the three I think were supposed to be to Stephon Diggs. Do you think that the offseason has put pressure on Josh Allen to just throw it to Stephon Diggs regardless of defense?
No, I just think realistically he has Stephon Diggs.
And so he was giving him an option.
So he, for some reason, was just forcing
Stephon
Diggs.
Okay.
He was forcing the ball down Stephon's throat. The Jets are going to put a couple guys there.
Yeah, and their defense, don't sleep on them. Jets' defense is good.
Now, with Zach Wilson, because Aaron Rodgers is out for the year.
Yeah.
They got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, defense wins championships, but your offense needs to do something too.
Yeah.
So I'm a little worried for the Jets as
long term
with Zach Wilson at the helm, because we've seen him at the helm for the past 2 years.
You know who looked good? Breece Hall.
Breece Hall did look good.
That joker, feed him the ball more.
He would have scored that long touchdown run if he was 100%.
He got so tired.
He got to the 30 and he was like,
yeah. There was no one behind him. All of a sudden, he almost came to a complete stop. He was so tired.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to be okay. Breece Hall, when they weren't giving him the ball, I was confused because I was like, he's the only one that's really doing anything for that team other than the defense.
Yeah.
Buffalo, shot themselves in the foot. Can't stop the run. What a fucking surprise.
Yeah.
Josh Allen with his turnovers. I think they cleaned it up because for the most part, I actually liked Buffalo's defense. I thought it looked better without Leslie Frazier most of the time.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I think it's a division game, primetime game. Buffalo doesn't do well against the Jets the last 2 or 3 seasons. So give it another week or two to really get a good gauge on either team, mostly Buffalo, because I think the Jets their defense at least is really good.
Before you move the panic meter.
Yeah.
Give them 2 more weeks.
Yeah. But I don't want to slide by it. Big note. Sorry, fantasy players / Hopkins.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is out for the season.
Done.
Achilles.
Yep.
Which is odd. There was 2 Achilles injuries this past weekend.
J.K. Dobbins and
Aaron Rodgers.
We got the video of Aaron Rodgers, though. You can see that thing.
Do you see it go?
Oh, you see the pop.
Really?
Oh, it's nasty.
But, yeah, just real quick before we go through the rest of the games, Aaron Rodgers is out for the season and J.K. Dobbins out for the season, both with Achilles. So
it's going to happen.
Yeah. What other games do we want to talk about real quick? Sunday night? Do we bother?
No. We're going to completely skip over that.
Okay.
We're just going to assume that the Cowboys are really freaking good and that the Giants are still really freaking bad.
I have one question. Is Dallas's offense on the same page as other offenses, or is their defense just that good where they don't have to worry about it?
I think both their offense and defense, I think their offense is up to par.
Okay.
So it's fine. And I think their defense is obviously better than most.
Astronomically good.
That's what they need.
Yeah. We'll skip that game because it was tough.
40-0, yeah, that's bad.
Holy crap.
The Colts.
Yeah.
We'll just get into that. Mm-hmm. I think Anthony Richardson is the future. Clearly.
I was
drafted him.
very pleased.
He looked really good.
Yep.
I was hoping to go turnover free from him, but we didn't. Oh, well.
1 interception, right?
1 interception. He kind of – so that play was weird. I want to say it was our tight end and Pittman. Both realistically ran the same route.
Mm-hmm.
So the Jets DB or the Jags DB was able to – they both literally ran the same route about 5-10 yards apart.
Yeah.
So it looked like he was maybe going over one player to get to maybe Pittman.
Yeah.
And he was just there in the right spot.
I mean, I don't think – what was the score of that game? It was
whatever. We had 21. I think it was 31-21.
I mean, it wasn't a bad game. As ugly as a lot of people, I think, are expecting the Colts to be, how bad they're supposed to be, I don't think they were that bad.
We need a running back.
Say what? We need a running back?
Deion Jackson, we averaged I think without Anthony Richardson, like 1.6 yards per carry.
Do you think Jonathan Taylor fixes that when he comes back?
I don't know. I hope so. And then if he does it for 4 or 5 games, then give that man his money.
I think Anthony Richardson did the best.
Yeah.
Because it was a question last week. I think he did do the best out of the three.
I think the Jags are pretty good. I'll give it to them. They look good. Their defense looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Offense is new and good.
It looks like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
Their defense, even though Indy scored points on them, I thought their defense looked pretty solid.
Yeah. So I think the Jags will be fine.
Yep.
I think it's going to be good for the next 4 or 5 years. Hopefully more.
In Jacksonville?
In Jacksonville and in Indy versus each other. I think they both have it figured out now. Well, Jags more figured out so now.
Yeah.
Indy will be fine.
Give them a couple of years. I think they're crawling back.
Yeah.
Let's go to Minnesota and Tampa. That was an interesting game.
Yeah. I thought Minnesota was a good team.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think they're a good team anymore. I didn't watch the game, though. I'm just going off of what I saw. I definitely expected more than 17 points from the Vikings.
I watched bits and pieces, and I think they are good, but I think people really slept on Tampa. I think it was one of those situations where Tampa is probably going to be third, maybe even fourth in their division, and they're just like, oh, they're going to be an easy win. Well, people forget Tampa's defense is always good.
Yeah.
They have Devin White is amazing, and that's why I think that they caused problems for Minnesota. Baker Mayfield did a lot better than people expected.
He did.
So I think it's another one of those games where don't panic on Kirk Cousins, don't panic on Justin Jefferson, don't panic on Minnesota, but be wary of Tampa Bay because they got a little bit of fight still. So I think that's kind of the story of that.
Mike Evans did not reach a contract extension.
Yes.
So I think he's gone after this year.
I think
unless something crazy happens, but they made it seem like he's going to test free agency.
That's what it sounded like, which a lot of people were worried, including me, because he's on my fantasy team.
Yeah.
Is he going to suck this year because he's not going to re-sign with Tampa, or is he going to ball out because he wants a good contract with another team?
Looks like he's going to ball out.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yep. Because he got a touchdown. So Mike Evans is still putting in the work, John. Don't understand what you're talking about.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
The 49ers.
Ooh.
49ers looked really good. Pittsburgh looked really bad.
That game is probably the one that surprised me the most. Buffalo looked bad, but it's a division game on prime time. They don't usually look good against the Jets. That doesn't surprise me. Minnesota, Tampa. Tampa Bay's defense is good. Like, some of these games I think are more surprising than others. This one was the one I was like, oh, damn. Because a lot of people expected Brock Purdy to have his sophomore slump. And then Pittsburgh was supposed to be, like, coming out guns drawn. Like, they're looking good. And the score and even the game, I was like, oh, this is not good.
I think they gave Pittsburgh too much in the offseason.
I think so.
I think everybody hyped them up and for no reason. We knew the 49ers were going to be good.
Yeah.
I mean, there were people worried about Brock Purdy. I didn't see an issue with him. I thought he was going to be fine, especially with the weapons around him.
Yep.
You look at Sam Darnold's going to move in at some point when Brock Purdy gets hurt and probably do just as fine.
Yeah.
It's the offense is dangerous. The defense is good too. They definitely do their job.
I think San Fran, is the best team in the league right now.
They looked really good this week.
You could argue Dallas, but I think their offense is made to not turn the ball over. They're just made not to lose in a way. I think San Fran, their offense is made to score probably a lot of points, and their defense is made to not let the offense score points. It's exactly what it needs to be, and I think they're the best team in the league right now.
Yeah, they look good. Let's see.
Washington and Arizona. Washington won. That's it.
I texted Hopkins about it. I was like, what are you guys doing? He's like, new offensive coordinator. We'll get there. Hey, they ended up winning, so he wasn't wrong.
Yeah. Was it even an interesting game? I watched bits and pieces of it.
I didn't turn it on.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Joe Burrow looked like trash.
Ooh,
less than 100 yards.
That is another game. Plus, he might be playing a little injured still. But Cincinnati, for some reason, with Joe Burrow, struggles against Cleveland. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Cleveland's defense good. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Cleveland, but I don't panic yet. Cincy's going to be okay. Joe Burrow's going to be okay, in my opinion. Just, it's week 1. But, yeah, it was really crazy to see him do that bad.
Yeah. And then, to me, the game of the week
Oh, it's definitely game of the week.
was the Dolphins and Chargers.
Oh, my
A
gosh.
good little back-and-forth battle.
Yeah,
Offense was going off.
for both teams.
For both teams. They
Yeah.
looked good. Everybody looked good.
Mhm.
Defense did they stopped when they needed to stop.
Did they?
At the end, yeah.
Either defense?
The Dolphins did.
Yeah, that's
they
true.
won the game.
Yeah.
Definitely a really good game. Both teams look good.
Yeah.
But the Dolphins look really freaking good. That offense
It's
got high power.
it's steaming.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
Austin Eckler still looks good.
Yep. Keenan Allen,
Yeah,
he looks fine.
they look good.
Justin Herbert looks good.
Definitely looks good.
Everyone on offense in that game looked good.
Yeah, it was great.
There was one point in time I was confused. Did Mike Williams get knocked out,
I don't know.
or he get hurt? Because he was laying on the ground, like clutching his leg, turn it for a second, turn it back, and then he's on the field. I was like, wait, what happened? I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
I saw something. He was on the ground, and then next thing you knew, I think he was playing. So I'm not quite sure what was going on with Mike Williams, but he has a habit of getting injured. So
Oh well. Yeah. Dolphins elite. Speaking of Dolphins elite,
yes,
I got a standout performer.
okay.
I got 2
Tell me.
from the Dolphins.
Absolutely.
Tua Tagovailoa and Tyreek Hill.
Tell me about it.
Tyreek, before the season, said, I want 2,000 yards.
Yep.
Tyreek is on pace for whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah.
Tua's on pace for like 9,500 yards.
They
Granted, he's not going to get it, but
they did the math and they said Tyreek Hill is on pace for 3,000 yards.
yeah. I mean, there's going to be a game where they get stopped, but that man, just give him the ball. He'll make magic. He was running away from defenders.
It was pretty. I don't hate Tyreek Hill, but I have been someone that's been kind of like, is he overhyped? He's got a lot of speed, and is that the only thing that he has that breaks him out past? I'm a believer, man. It took me this long because with Kansas City, he's got Patrick Mahomes. So whatever faults he has, you don't see it because he's getting thrown to by Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Tua, as good as he is not Patrick Mahomes. So you kind of have to watch Tyreek Hill differently. And it's like, okay, he's fast. It took me so long until this past game to be like, you know what? Nah, he's the real deal. I'm done.
Yeah.
It's not just speed. That Joker is, if not the best wide receiver in the NFL, he's top 5. Like, holy goodness.
Easily. To me, I think he's top 1.
You think he's the best?
Right now,
As of
after
right now,
last
he
week,
definitely
for sure,
is.
He's definitely top 1.
Which brings me to my standout performer. He's not going to pop out like Tua and Tyreek. It's not like he just broke records or anything like that, but I thought it was a big deal. Calvin Ridley from Jacksonville.
I thought Calvin looked good.
He had 8 receptions from 11 targets, over 100 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, which is really good numbers.
The reason why I think that's a big deal is because he didn't play last year. And I think people could have forgotten about how good he was. We didn't. We like Calvin Ridley.
I was hyping him up.
But he went out there and he showed, he's their number 1. He is there and he's going to be thrown to a lot. And I just like that he performed as well as he did with the bullshit that happened last season that he didn't deserve, in my opinion. And it's like, good to see him back. That's awesome.
Yeah, he looked really good.
Yeah.
He ran his routes fine.
Yeah.
He was able to get open. Mm-hmm. Colts secondary is young, but I'm not going to take that away from Calvin.
No.
He still played.
Can't put asterisks on stuff.
Right. Mike Whatever you're
Tarico?
Golly, I couldn't even think of it. Yeah, he definitely looked good. Trevor looked good, especially giving him the ball too. So that helps him that he's got a capable quarterback that gets him the ball.
Absolutely. I think Jacksonville is, no offense to any other team in that division, Jacksonville's, I would assume, is pretty much locked for the winner of that division.
We beat them week 6.
You calling it?
Write it down.
You're calling it?
Write it down.
All right. Okay. All right. What are we getting into now?
All right.
We're
let's
getting
see here.
We're going past NFL. We're going to Two Guys One fantasy football.
Fantasy football.
Yeah.
I think we have a team of the week, and I think we both agreed
Yes.
that the team of the week this week. Oh my gosh, what's his team name? He's changed it 15 times.
Oh, he changed it because in the middle of the night he was whipping my ass, so he wanted to be funny.
I know he changed.
But he changed it again.
Gonna die on Tanny Hill.
All right. I like this other one better.
Yeah, the one,
Even if it was ripping me apart.
yeah, the one about you. He got 191 of 193 points, which, if you math it out, is 98.9%.
He was projected 193?
I don't know what he was projected, but based
Oh.
off of what his team scored and what's on the bench, and
I
everything like
gotcha.
that, he was the most efficient manager. He scored the most points. So therefore, to me, Walker, week 1, congratulations, you were team of the week.
Absolutely. He deserves it. It doesn't show the original projections for some reason. But yeah, he wasn't projected that much.
No.
And guess who he had on his team? Guess.
Who?
Tyreek Hill.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Joker
That
got
was
him like 60
I
points.
forgot. He was his first round pick.
But you know what? It was smart. He beat my ass. It's not going to happen every week. But he...
Hey, if Tyreek's trying to go for 5,000 yards, it might happen.
But yes, Walker, your team of the week. But let's get to the bad news.
We also
Yeah.
have a bench warmer of the week.
Bench warmer of the week.
The least efficient team.
Yes. And we did this it's a combination of who had the most points left on their bench, but also didn't reach their projected
Right, like the
point
basically
status.
the percentages of what their max points.
Yeah.
Because I know Laney had 2 really strong players on the bench.
Yeah.
So it tried to, we can't say she was the bench warmer of the week because she had Jordan Love on the bench and the Jets defense.
Yeah.
But her quarterback only scored 6 points less than Jordan Love, and then her defense scored the same.
Yeah, my
So
team was really close to, I thought, was going to be bench warmer of the week because I had a lot of points on the bench.
Yeah.
But I did get to my projection.
You did. You had a lot of points.
Yeah. But,
Allen,
yes.
because you were the least efficient, welcome to the bench warmer of the week 1.
Oh, goodness.
He had a percentage of 76.6,
That's not good.
which is 12th in the league. Congratulations,
That's
Allen.
last. That's last.
Good job. Yeah. Welcome to the board, Allen. We'll put some up. Maybe I'll make a little poster or something back here.
A poster
I don't know,
around this
something.
wall right here?
Somewhere right there. Right there.
Okay. And then our pick'ems.
Pick'ems. Yes. Week 1 starting out.
Yep.
You get the lead. You're 4-2.
Yep.
I'm 3-3. Is it bad? Still close.
No, it's still close. The one that probably allowed me to kind of keep the edge was the John.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yep, picking John. Because then it would have been switched.
Yeah. It
But-
would've. Oh, well.
Yeah, I had faith.
It happens.
I had faith.
It happens. That's the point. That's what fantasy is. There's going to be injuries.
Oh, my gosh. So what now? We going to Thursday Night Football?
Oh, my. We do have Thursday Night Football.
We do.
And if you're watching this, it's tonight.
It's tonight.
But
It's
not-
probably going to
but
be a
it's
good
not
game.
tonight, so I don't know.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's going to be tonight.
What's happening?
What?
Thursday Night Football.
Thursday Night Football.
Minnesota and Philly.
Oh, who's the home team? Is it Philly?
I think it's Philly.
Okay.
And Philly is favored to win by 7.
Okay.
So if you're betting person, the over-under for the total points scored is 48. and Philly's favored by 7. I would not know if I would take that bet.
I don't.
That's a tough bet.
I think I'm going to be honest. I'm more worried about Philly than I am Minnesota. I think Minnesota put up a good game. They had a couple kinks in the armor. They'll work it out. Philly, they came into week 1 Super Bowl favorites.
Yeah.
And they barely beat a New England team that's trying to find their way. Jalen Hurts did not look good.
No. New England was driving, too.
They were.
They went to go convert a 4th down around I think it was 10 or 15. Mm-hmm. Just barely out of bounds.
And that worries me about Philly's defense. How come they're struggling? So I think there are some realistic concerns for Philly.
Yeah.
Not necessarily panic, but it's like not what you were expecting. Minnesota, that could happen to any team. It's little minor things in Minnesota. Philly, it looked more major than I thought that it did for Minnesota.
I think Philly's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll find their groove.
Okay.
Because they still did get the win, so that still counts for something.
That's true.
Granted, yes, they looked bad, but I don't know. Maybe the Patriots are good.
AFC East, I mean, you can never count out the Patriots. The Jets' defense is really good. Miami's really good. And Buffalo, in my opinion, is still the best team in that division. But Miami is really fighting for that spot. AFC East might be the toughest division right now in NFL.
Yeah. You guys are going to beat yourselves up.
Probably. That's how it usually goes.
Yeah.
We are, is it masochist? Buffalo Bills fans are masochist? Or is it?
I don't know anything about the Buffalo Bills. I just know that they lost to the Jets and Zach Wilson.
And Aaron Rodgers.
Want to know? Yeah. I don't know. I think Philly's fine. I think it's a Thursday night game, right? So what happens on Thursday night games? Last year they were crap.
Yeah.
It was constant crap after another. Hell, we didn't have a touchdown on Thursday Night Football for.
That's right. It was like 3 weeks in a row or something.
Detroit
and Kansas City last week was good though.
Right. So I think this year's different.
Okay.
I think we have a good game. Maybe not a crazy shootout, but I think we have a decent game between these two teams.
Yeah. Well, before we pick our teams and score, it's my turn. To give you your over-unders. And I went with 3 because you gave me 3, so I'm going to stick to that trend. Right. And I'm going to pull it up, and I think I got a couple of good ones. I got a couple of good ones. I'll start with the easy one first.
All right.
Jalen Hurts. Over-under 0.5 touchdowns of the rushing variety.
Jalen Hurts. Rushing touchdown. I'm going to say under.
No rushing touchdown.
No rushing touchdown.
Okay. Alexander Madison.
Oh, no.
He didn't look great, but he didn't look terrible.
He didn't flash.
Yeah. So, against the Philly defense that's supposed to be pretty good, maybe they come back. Over under 55.5 all-purpose yards.
55.5.
Not just rushing, all-purpose.
It's a different offense this week. I'm feeling it for the Vikings. I'm feeling the over.
Okay. Speaking of Philly defense.
All right.
Over under 1.5 sacks.
Ooh.
Oh.
What did they do last week? Let's see.
Oh, you gonna look at the results?
I'm gonna find these stats.
Where are those stats at? What do you got?
Man, 1.5.
1.5. I know. I stuck it to you.
I'm gonna say over.
You're gonna say over?
I'm gonna go with the over on that.
Okay.
1.5 sacks.
All right. So you got Jalen Hurts getting under a half a rushing touchdown.
Yep.
Alexander Madison getting over 55.5 all-purpose yards.
Yep.
And then Philly's defense getting over a sack and a half.
I I like it.
Okay.
3-0. Write it down now.
All right. I'm 2-1, right?
2-1. That's
okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Starts and sits. We're gonna breeze through them a little bit. I think start everybody on both offenses. Really, they have good weapons on both.
I mean, you're starting Justin Jefferson. You're starting AJ Brown. You're starting
Devontae Smith.
You're
T.J.
definitely
Hawkinson.
starting I don't see you sitting them. You're starting Jalen Hurts.
Kirk Cousins.
I think you could start Kirk and be fine.
Yeah.
Last week probably wasn't his most productive week ever.
I still
Still
think.
put up 344 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
So
it's consistent.
they only scored 17 points, but he still put up those numbers and the 17 points.
Yeah,
So I think
it'll be okay.
you got to start Kirk. Jordan Addison
Yeah.
might be a decent look at a pickup.
Okay.
He was targeted 6 times, 4 receptions, 60 yards, and a touchdown.
Okay.
So
Waiver wire.
I don't know if people even picked him up.
That's what I'm saying. He's probably on the waiver
You need a
wire.
wide receiver and you want to check someone out. Why not check him out?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not bad.
Would you start Swift? I almost said his name in the title. Would you start or sit Swift? Sit. Yeah, that's what I
I
have.
think Gainwell's fine. They obviously,
Who said that Gainwell was probably the best out of the 3?
I think it was.
No, it was me. Don't try to be sneaky about it. I said Gainwell.
I think it was somebody else.
Nope. look at back in a past episode. I said Gainwell was the best option.
Well, we'll never know.
What? No, it's out there.
It's somewhere. You'll never find it. Yeah, I think. I mean, he had 14 attempts,
Who Gainwell?
but I didn't watch it, so I don't know if Swift was hurt or if he was just secluded or.
I just don't think he's the guy that they're going to utilize for their offense.
Me looking on paper, Gainwell looks pretty good. He's probably not picked up in a bunch of leagues either.
True.
Sit DeAndre Swift.
Yep.
Madison's still a starter. He's going to get over 55.5 yards of all-purpose yards.
According to you.
Probably a couple catches there. He's got a reception touchdown. So he's obviously in the passing game.
Yes.
I think he's worth a start still.
Yeah.
That's my opinion, though. If you guys take it, you take it. If you don't, you don't.
It's fairly mediocre.
And if you take it and it's wrong, like I say every episode, that's on you.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt my feelings.
Yeah. I don't get paid to do this.
All right. Speaking of,
let's
see. We can actually, this might be something we can answer later.
Well, do you want to know? You want to go through the score and the winner of the game before you get to whatever you're.
Oh shoot, yeah, that's
okay.
Fine.
Do you want to go first? Or you want me to?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Go ahead.
So I have a score of 27-24. Minnesota.
Okay. No, not me.
Oh, okay.
I said Philly's back.
Okay.
They're gonna be fine this week.
Okay.
I like your score though. That's a pretty good score. I'm gonna say. I didn't have one ready. I'm going to say 30-27.
30-27?
No, 31-27.
Why did you want to be different?
I like the 4-point difference.
I like that too.
So that way Minnesota has to try to score a touchdown at the end.
Oh.
That's what's going to happen. It's going to be 31-27.
I can see that.
Minnesota's going to be going down. And then the Eagles are going to get their 1 sack to get me to the over on my over-under.
Oh, you got it all planned. Did you read the script?
To end the game.
You read the script,
Yeah,
huh?
I already saw it. They sent it to me.
That's
31-27, Philly.
All right. We're going to see. I feel Minnesota's going to come back and be fine against a Philly team who might be showing a couple of open slots in their
I got faith
team. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What were you looking at?
It can wait till Saturday's episode.
Why is it a specific question?
It was a question about who should I start.
Are you sure you don't want to answer?
Yeah, I'm not going to give it now.
We're not going to do it?
No.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Let me make sure
neither
one of them are playing for these teams, and then it can wait.
Oh, okay. You want to make sure that it's not.
Right.
I got you.
because is Cole Kmet still with the Bears?
Yes.
And Hayden Hurst is with the Panthers. So, yeah, I don't care. We'll talk about that Friday.
Okay.
I'll write it down.
Sit both of them.
Well, he's got to start.
I'm joking. I don't know. I have to look into it a little bit.
We'll get to that Saturday's episode, CT. Sorry.
So 2 days from now,
Yeah.
pay attention.
Yeah.
CT, I love you. Out of everyone in our league, you're probably the only one that is dedicated to listening and watching our shit all the time.
Yeah.
Everyone else, I don't hear from them. CT, every single time.
Hey, look, Andy said my singing was really good.
Oh, did you?
He said it was fantastic.
Lainey said it made her feel very uncomfortable.
Well, you know what? Whatever.
I think it wasn't that you were bad singing. It was just it came out of nowhere, and it was what is this?
I kept
What's
it a
happening?
surprise for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I think that's it.
Dang, I feel like we
No, we did pretty good.
breezed right through that.
Yeah. I mean, shoot.
It's
It's just a review.
that is true. Thursday,
We said these
one of
guys
the quicker
suck. These guys
episodes.
are good.
Yeah, I'll say this before we sign off, because of J.K. Dobbins being hurt,
Yeah.
Justice Hill might be a good pickup.
Maybe there's somebody else on mine.
Gus Edwards,
Probably not.
one of the two. Justice Hill is probably the better one.
Is that who you think I'm going for?
I'm not saying that you're going for him. I'm just saying people that listen, Justice Hill might be a good pickup.
Maybe. Maybe there's somebody else out there.
Do you want to trade? I got Alvin Kamara and Dalvin Cook.
No.
I don't think I have either one of them.
I'm fine.
Wait, no. Do I have Alvin Kamara?
Yeah,
I
you
don't.
do. You do.
I do? Okay. Yeah, you want him?
No.
All right, fine.
I'll be all right.
Follow us, subscribe, vote, star, comment, question. Give us the love. 2 Guys, 1 Fantasy.
Bye.
We'll see you Saturday. Make a man out of you.
Bye.
Thanks everyone for listening to 2 Guys, 1 Fantasy podcast. Please give us a like, a follow, a subscription on anything. Just look us up on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter at 2 Guys, 1 Fantasy podcast. Thanks.